Hello and welcome back to Helldivers 2. Today we have a unnaturally early Warbond review. Was not expecting Arrowhead to drop a new one as fast as they did. And that is the Force of Law Warbond. Themed around law enforcement and kind of 80s sci-fi. The Superstore has this pistol, which I'm not going to really do a review of right now. The Warrant, which is like Judge Dredd's Lawbringer. It has armor, heavy armor, like Dredd's. And then the medium armor we'll go into. Actually, the helmet looks like RoboCop's head. So there's definitely a 80s sci-fi cop theme going with this. But let's start off with the booster. Stun pods. It creates a stun effect like a orbital EMS, but within like 10 meters or so of impact. It's not that great. It's one of those, if you're looking for a stun effect, you could run it, but nobody really uses them correctly, so it's very niche. And since it isn't a lingering thing, it's just it hits and it's done. It's not that great for deploying turrets, for instance. But our next thing is the BP-20 Corrections Officer armor. It's medium armor, not like a tier up or anything, just standard medium with the ballistic padding perk, which gives a 25% resistance to explosive damage, 25% resist to damage to your chest, and the no damage from chest wounds causing bleeding. I'm not big on this effect because it is, for all intents and purposes, a weaker version of the explosive resist, the fortified perk, which gives you 50% explosive resist. The bleed protection or torso protection is more or less the lesser part of Democracy Protects, and the 25% damage resist from chest damage sounds cool. It increases your effective HP, but it also, how often are you actually getting hit just in your chest? That's a big thing I want to stress here, because you typically are taking like limbs or even headshots, so getting extra HP in the off chance you actually take a hit center mass is a bit of a hard sell. I don't think the armor is definitively terrible. I just don't think it's as strong as it needs to be to really stand out. Then we have the BP-32 Jackboot. It's light armor. Same perk. Does what it says on the tin. I think if it was, especially the light armor, if it was a tier up, I think it would be fine, because it really needs that tier up.
Objective located, northeast, 50 meters.
But we now go into our guns. The first one, the AR-32 Pacifier, as you've been seeing me use here. I'm using a base model. I didn't put any new attachments on it. This is how you are getting it right out of the Warbond. I already have it maxed out. Level 25, all attachments unlocked. Realistically, I didn't change much except put a foregrip on it. Got rid of the laser, I don't really need it. It is incredibly weak. It is 50 damage per bullet, which puts it as the lowest damage assault rifle in the game. It's middle of the road for the fire rate, so it's not going to really stand out to you if you're looking for anything unique. The big thing is it has stun buildup. You've probably seen it as I'm using it, especially on the stalkers. They take a hit, and then you'll notice they'll stun. Or it's roughly 3 hits to stun, which isn't bad. It lets you line up shots. I think it's good against, obviously, Devastators, Berserkers, any of the big bugs, just to buy you a little bit of time. But I'm not going to say, like, this is a meta-defining gun. It can have sights, underbarrels, and muzzle device changes, but it starts with, I believe, the muzzle brake, and that's pretty solid. Like I said, the only real thing I changed was the foregrip. Just normal vertical, and you're good to go. You don't really need to go above and beyond with it. In the Warbond, we don't have a secondary weapon. Like I said, the Warrant is a Superstore item. I don't cover Superstore stuff. Unless you want me to, then I can implement that, but as of now, we're just going to kind of gloss over it at the moment. You might see me use it a little, but the Warbond doesn't have a secondary. But it does have a grenade. The G109 Urchin. The best way I'm going to describe this grenade is it's a sticky... Well, I guess... Well, I was about to say sticky thermite. It's a stun thermite. And if you're wondering what that means, it deals no damage, has anti-tank 2 piercing, which allows it to stun effectively any vehicle, any enemy. Like, okay, it doesn't really mean much when you hit an impaler, but if we had a charger, it will shut the charger down instantly. It's a very niche grenade, because with it dealing no damage, it's a setup weapon. You get a charger coming after you and you're a little unsure, like, oh, I don't think I can land, you know, the eat hit on it. Well, what I'll do is I'll instead pull one of these bad boys out, tag them in the face or just somewhere on the body. It holds them for a few seconds, and in that time, you can line up a shot and go for a kill. Because it deals no damage, and it's, from what I can tell, more or less a single target shutdown, I think it is very niche. It does kind of fall short because I've said this in my randomizer runs, you more or less need to carry anti-tank on you. So having an anti-tank weapon, or at least a stun weapon to set up for anti-tank, when you could just take thermite and have an anti-tank weapon, is an issue. Of course, you could have a recoilless or eats or something, but as that is mentioned, you could, you know, be good enough to not have to worry. Over time, you do learn how to properly use launchers and kind of be flicky with them to get kills.
Calling down a sentry.
But with that, we now have our stratagems, and first is our grenade launcher, the GL52 De-Escalator. This is a fun one. You just see a guy and zap.
Reloading.
It's a rotary grenade launcher. You load shots manually.
Have a taste of
Has stun built in, so it's pretty good. Each grenade fires off 10 arcs of electricity, dealing, I believe, 55 damage each, with with heavy armor piercing. So it will go through a target, it will kill chargers, it will kill bile titans. As we see, we have a charger right here. We just... Sometimes it'll take multiple runs, but it's, I think, 6 to 9 hits. Sometimes a little more. It depends on where you hit and if the arcs manage to go where you want them to. But it's a strong weapon. Great for clearing out crowds. I think it's a pretty solid weapon. The one issue you will run into, you cannot destroy bug tunnels or, well, not bug tunnels, bug holes. You can't destroy UFOs, you can't destroy factories with this launcher. It has no destructive force. Its whole bit of power stems from being able to stun and just the armor piercing of arc. Our other stratagem, as you can see, that's been tagging along this whole time, is the AX Arc 3 Guard Dog Canine. It's the guard dog with the arc rifle stratagem. It's just like a cut down version. That's about it. I think it's pretty solid. It zaps guys. It's fun. I've yet to really have an issue with it. It can team kill and can hurt teammates. I haven't had a ton of accidentals, but it is something to be aware of. Is it better than other guard dogs? I've had less friendly fire incidents than the laser one, so that's not bad. It does have lower range. It is still an arc thrower, you gotta keep that in mind. It isn't long bombing guys like any other one would be engaging right now, but this one, well, there. Now that they're aggroed, you notice it's not firing. It's a bit slow, but it still chains enemies. It still does the whole 9 yards. It's not bad.
Calling down a sentry. On tunnel breach.
But that's all of the stratagems. Our last thing of note is the True Blue vehicle skins. I like them. They're blue, they're gold. I love the gold accents on them because it's actual, like, metallic gold. I don't have a way in there because that doesn't do anything. Is there anything I can use to pop this door open? Or pop the hatch? No. That is the downside to this build. There is no destructive force, so you have to rely on your team to bust things open. But that is the entirety of the Warbond. It is a very expensive Warbond at 873 medals. The lowest is still Freedom's Flame at 569. With that in mind, is it a worthwhile Warbond? It's okay. Like I said, the armor isn't the greatest. The grenade is very situational, and you could probably run something else. the rifle is pretty middling unless you are very well aware of the stun effect and low damage, then you can capitalize on it.
Calling in reinforcements.
Well, I think that was our friendly fire incident.
Reinforcing.
Or that was my turret getting him. I don't rightfully know which got him first. Yeah, the guard dog, realistically, if you want to run a guard dog, just run the normal machine gun guard dog. It is by and far your safest bet.
Have a taste of democracy.
The chance of accidentals is far lower. Or make sure you're running the cutting edge armor sets that give you the arc resist.
Get some! Get some!
This Warbond definitely feels like almost a cutting edge part 2, where you're going through and it's like, oh, well, I need something to help with all of these enemies. Or I need something to help with the arc resistant to justify it. It's like, okay, well, here's arc weapons. It's not as useless, I think, as the Frontier Warbond. All the Western guns. I love a good lever gat, but they all felt really unnecessary. Felt like kind of a rule of cool dominating the situation.
Calling down a sentry.
So yeah, if you're if you're a new player and you're going, oh, I need what Warbond should I get? Maybe don't get this one just yet. Give it a little time. But if you're pretty far in, it's not a bad pickup. There's some fun stuff. But that's it. That is all of the Warbond. If you enjoyed this, make sure to hit the like button. It always helps out. And I will leave you with the rest of this gameplay.
Objective located. West.
Permanent hive structure destroyed.
Affirmative. Something!
Mission at 20 minutes remaining.
Requesting sentry. Reloading.
Requesting sentry. Calling down a sentry.
I got the terminal. Engaging terminal.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Calling down a sentry.
Outpost cleared.
Requesting orbital. I'm on it. Calling in reinforcements.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
New man. New mag. Dropping a pin. Southeast. 200 meters. Requesting sentry.
Calling down a sentry.
Bug tunnel breach. Tagging location. Marking location. I got the terminal. down a sentry.
Deploying sentry.
Requesting sentry.
Deploying sentry.
Engaging terminal.
Requesting sentry. Calling down a sentry. Vault tunnel.
I got the terminal.
Freedom marches onward, thanks to you. You may proceed to extraction.
Reloading.
Mag's empty. Calling down a sentry. How'd you like the taste of freedom? New man. Calling down supplies. Requesting advanced weaponry.
Sending down equipment package.
Calling in extraction. Calling down a support weapon.
Rare sample acquired.
Extraction shuttle inbound. ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
Mag tunnel breach. Mag's empty. Orbital inbound. Requesting sentry. Calling down a sentry.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Mag's empty. Reloading.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds. ETA T-minus 20 seconds. ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
Pelican 1 approaching pickup.
You will never destroy our way of life!
And that is all for now. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button, it helps out the channel a lot. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.